Well, welcome back to another video, and today's video is my last countdown of the 2018-19 season, off-season. This is my top 7 hyper roller coasters that I have ridden. Now, I'm not including, I'm just including, a regular hyper coaster. I'm not including, Steel Vengeance, Valraven, those coasters that are, that are, 200 feet. I'm just including, regular ones, not, RMC or B&M, hyper coasters. I'm just including regular hyper coasters. So this list, this is my top 10 list of this is my top 7 hyper roller coasters that I have ridden. So let's get into the top 7. Number 7 is taking last place on the spot is Nitro at Six Flags Great Adventure. And this is why it's taken last place, because 2 reasons. First of all, I thought this ride was pretty rough. It was not a really great ride. And it just felt really slow. It was not a really fast-paced ride. I do like hyper coasters, but Nitro, I don't see why. I was expecting this ride to be great, but instead it was just flat out bad. So it wasn't that great of a ride. It does sometimes get decent airtime, but sometimes you do not get airtime at all, and the ride just feels slow. Number 6 is Magnum XL-200 at Cedar Point. This is an aero hyper coaster, and this was, I believe, the first hyper roller coaster that went over 200 feet. And gotta say, the view is actually really cool, especially you got the water park setting, so that's really cool right there. But the airtime can be a pain sometimes. On the ride. Sometimes airtime is good, but I think this ride's better than Nitro. But yeah. Now we've come to our top 5. Number 5 is Steel Force at Dorney Park. This is a Morgan hypercoaster in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and I love this ride. I think this is better than I honestly think this is better than Magnum. It looks the same as Magnum, but I think this one's better than Magnum. It has some good airtime to it. Sweet double up at the end. That's a really sweet double up. And it does have airtime hills. It does have airtime hills to put it in back to back. It does go in a tunnel. This is just a fun ride. So I just like the ride a lot. Definitely not the best coaster at Dorney, but I love Steel Force. Definitely a coaster you do not want to miss for sure. Number 4 is Sky Rush at Hershey Park. This is a intimate mega coaster at Hershey Park in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Now, this is taken number 4. I love how this coaster is really intense. This coaster is intense, probably one of the most intense hypers that I have ridden. But one thing that is really bad about this ride is the restraints. Honestly, the restraints suck on this ride. The restraints are just not comfortable at all. So that's why it's just taking the number 4 spot. I just didn't like the restraints. Airtime was actually pretty good, but the airtime was painful on the ride. So now we have come to our top 3. Number 3 is Phantom's Revenge. Arguably voted the best hyper coaster in America, but I do not think is the best hyper coaster in America. Another Morgan hyper. I like this ride, but I do not think it's the best hyper roller coaster that I have ridden. I mean, this is a fun ride. It has some airtime to it. Oh my gosh. And you've got to say that second drop is way better than the first drop. I love the second drop. It has so much good airtime to it. Love the ride. Number 2 is Diamondback at Kings Island, located in Mason, Ohio. And this is my favorite B&M hyper that I have ridden so far. I only ridden 2 B&M hypers, Diamondback and Nitro. Diamondback is obviously the better one because of its airtime. It's really smooth. I don't think I found a rough spot on Diamondback. I thought this ride was really smooth. Of course, you do have that amazing splashdown at the end. It was such a fun roller coaster to enjoy. And like it went like this ride is just an amazing ride. Like I said, it also like goes out to the woods. I mean, this is the best part of the splash. Unfortunately, it's at the end of the coaster. So yeah. So what will be taking my number one spot? It's gonna be Superman the Ride at Six Flags New England in Agawam, Massachusetts. Such a fun ride. And I've got to say, this is my home park, so this is my favorite hyper roller coaster that I have ridden. And a lot of people don't really much like the restraints, but honestly, I do not mind the restraints on Superman the Ride for some reason. I can see why people dislike it. I mean, Skyrush restraints are way worse than Superman the Ride restraints. So yeah, that's something right there. But I honestly think I love everything about Superman the Ride. This is probably the coaster I have ridden more than any other. And I remember riding it when it was Bizarro. And I like Superman the Ride better more than Bizarro. And I love everything about Superman the Ride. Going up the lift hill is just an amazing view on the lift hill. You get the music going, you get the fire pumping up. This ride is just an amazing. You have the Connecticut River. You can have a great view of Connecticut River. Springfield right behind you as well. That makes everything going. You got the Berkshire Mountains all around you. It has this is probably one of the best views on a roller coaster that I've ever ridden. So yeah. So that's it for my top 7 hyper roller coasters that I have ridden. Keep in mind there's some other hyper coasters that I have not get a chance to ride. So maybe like Apollo's Chariot or Mako. Like those hyper coasters that I'll possibly riding in the future. So yeah. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more Coaster Box videos. Follow me on Instagram. Link will be in the description. And thank you guys for watching. And I'll catch you guys later.